change the oil on your Honda Navi, first thing you're going to do is you're going to start the engine and run it for about a couple of minutes to make the oil a bit warmer so that it can flow out easily. And let's do that. Shut off your engine after a couple of minutes because you don't want it scorching hot. You just want the oil to be mildly warm so it flows out easily out of the oil pan. Take your 12mm wrench and we're gonna loosen this oil drain bolt right there. Position your container to catch the old oil right underneath the bolt, and you can just loosen the bolt with your fingers all the way out until the oil starts to flow. It helps if you also open up this to allow some air to get in because the oil will flow out better. As you wait for the oil to pour out completely, just take a paper tissue or something that doesn't leave a residue and just clean your oil pan drain bolt fully so that it's nice and clean. Once your oil has completely poured out, just take your clean oil pan bolt, place it back in, and you can now hand tighten it all the way. When you feel you can't hand tighten anymore, take your 12mm wrench and just tighten her up. I usually just hand tighten, but you can use a torque wrench to tighten it to specified torque as well. Take off your dipstick and just clean up this area of any old oil residue. Once the oil dipstick is clean and the housing for it, just kind of place it back in so nothing falls into the engine. Your oil screen is located right where the kickstart is, underneath, and you'll see a 17mm bolt. You're going to loosen it with a 17mm wrench. Once it's loose enough, you're just going to undo it with your hand all the way out. The bolt is spring loaded and there's going to be 3 components that go out of it. There's going to be your filter screen, a spring, and the actual bolt that holds it all together. We're going to clean all 3 of those parts and we're just going to place them back in and then tighten the bolt. After you clean your parts, you're just going to place them right back inside the housing and you're going to hand tighten it until it catches. After you fully hand tighten it, just tighten it a couple of notches more with your 17mm wrench. Don't over tighten. There's no need for them to sit too tight, or use your torque wrench to the specified. And we're gonna take our dipstick out and place the funnel right in there, and we will pour 800 milliliters. In this case I'm using synthetic oil, but any oil 1030 that's motorcycle specified will do. You need to pour the oil slowly so nothing leaks out. Be patient. When you finish putting all the 800 milliliters of oil in, just make sure you put in a clean dipstick and tighten it all the way with your hand. Now we can unscrew our dipstick back out in order to check the oil level to make sure that we have the right amount, although 800 milliliters is pretty precise. And we can see that the oil is between the maximum and the minimum level, so that's all good. Place the dipstick back in. When finished, you're going to start your Navi again, and you're going to run it for a couple of minutes just to make sure that there's no leaks either where the oil pan bolt is or where the screen is. So you're going to check that with a paper and just make sure that nothing is leaking out, and that should be it. Enjoy your oil change and have a good day.